There has been an investigation on what really happened at Sambal. And we are now going to get you the inside details. A big confession by the accused in the Sambal riots. The police has gone on record now. The police has gone on record to say that one of the rioters has confessed that the plot was to kill Vishnu Shankar Jain, the advocate who was at the forefront in the Sambal story. Listen in.
20 तारीख को जो हिंसा है उसमें एक कोई वकील है जो कि बाहर से आते हैं और वो जगह जगह पे एप्लीकेशन डालते हैं। इनके द्वारा ये निर्धारित किया गया जब प्लानिंग में असले देने के समय उन्होंने उसको ब्रीफ किया गया था। उसका फोटो भी उनको बताया गया था कि ये इस तरीके का व्यक्ति है, धुलिये का है, इसको जामा मस्जिद के अंदर किसी भी सूरत में पहुंच के उस व्यक्ति को खत्म करना है। उससे देश भर के अंदर हिंसा फैलेगी और ये लोग जो हैं देश भर में दुनिया भर में फेमस हो जाएंगे। इनकी ये इन्होंने इस बात को एडमिट भी किया है। जो मस्जिद है ये करीबन 500 साल पहले इसने एडमिट किया कि 500 साल पहले मस्जिद बनी है और ये हमारे पूर्वज बाबर की निशानी है और इसका रक्षा करना हमारा धर्म है। और हमने ठान लिया था, हमारे नेताओं ने भी हमें बताया था कि किसी भी सूरत में सर्वे नहीं होने देना है। और अगर जो भी व्यक्ति जो बीच में आता है इन्होंने जब पुलिस द्वारा जिसमें स्टन ग्रेनेड, चिली ग्रेनेड, रबर पैलेट्स, रबर बुलेट्स और टीयर स्मोक के कई सारे जब एक साथ फायर किए गए थे उस धुएं की आड़ में और पूर्व में इन्हीं दंगाइयों द्वारा जब वो सीसीटीवी तोड़े गए थे उसका लाभ प्राप्त करते हुए इन्होंने अंधाधुंध फायरिंग की। उसमें 4 लोगों की डेथ हुई थी और पुलिस के भी कई लोगों को इनकी गोलियां लगी थी। इन चारों लोगों की हत्या के मेन कंस्पिरेटर के रूप में इस गुलाम को पुलिस द्वारा गिरफ्तार किया गया है।
The second big story that we are breaking on the show this evening is from the chicken neck. Bangladesh has been cozying up to Pakistan. Bangladesh and Pakistan together are trying to perhaps cause unrest. The Indian Army Chief has confirmed that there is a plot that they are wary about. Army Chief has flagged the nexus between the Bangladesh Army and the Pakistan ISI. We have a picture with us. First up, the soundbite of what the Indian Army Chief has said, and then the pictures that prove that Pakistan ISI Chief was along with the Bangladesh Army near the chicken neck in the northeast to create chaos, perhaps.
I had used the word epicenter of terrorism for a particular country. Now that countrymen, if they go to any other place and they happen to be our neighbor, as far as I am concerned, I should be concerned about it. That they should not be able to use that soil to kind of send terrorists to India. That is as far as that is concerned. As far as the second setup is concerned, that how's the administration, my stance is that when we have elected government, then we can say how should be our relationship. But so the military relationship is concerned is very strong. And we are able to exchange notes whenever we want.
That's the picture. In fact, that's what the Army Chief said. Here's the picture. The first picture of the meeting between the Pakistan ISI and the Bangladesh Army Chief. This is an exclusive picture. Let's put an exclusive watermark over that. The Pakistan ISI and the Bangladesh Army Chief. This meeting took place somewhere around the 20th of January, a month ago. Major General Shahid Afsar, Brigadier General Alam Amir Awan, Brigadier General Muhammad Asim, Lieutenant Colonel Usman Latif Khalid were sent to Bangladesh by the Pakistan ISI. They visited the Chicken's Neck in the northeast. Details we will be breaking on Republic over the next few days. We have some details. On the show, we're putting out the picture. We have the rank, we have the ID number of these officers who are deployed by the ISI in Bangladesh as well. This is the big breaking story here on Republic. I'm moving on now from this story to another exclusive we have on the show this evening. Let's move on to the next big story. Okay, I'm moving quickly between stories because we have 3 to 4 big breaking updates on the show this evening. Yesterday, we brought you details of the report, the forensic report, the autopsy report into the death of OpenAI whistleblower Suchir Balaji, the Indian-American Suchir Balaji, who was found dead mysteriously at his home in San Francisco. The mother of Suchir Balaji is live on This Is Exclusive. And I have the exclusive details as well with me on the show. We have the graphics, let's put out the graphics. Those were pictures that Republic TV accessed that proved that there was a lot that did not add up. And we have details of the autopsy report with us on the show this evening. Let me go across to Purnima. Purnima is joining me live. Purnima is the mother of Suchir Balaji, along with Professor Dinesh Rao, who's a forensic expert. Both of them joining me on the show this evening. Okay, and I also have the father of Suchir Balaji, Mr. Balaji, joining us. Purnima and Mr. Balaji, thank you for joining us on the show this evening. First of all, when you shared that report with us, when you saw that report first up, what did you think about what was in it? What were the inconsistencies that you spotted, and why do you believe it's murder? Purnima.
Yes, their own report points to homicide. Like, first and foremost, I'll talk about the SFPD's inconsistencies. Number one, there is something called spent casing that falls off the gun when the bullet is fired. It was not off, it was still in the chamber. So what are they telling? They did the ballistic testing. Then the second one is about SFPD is telling that they've reviewed the CCTV footage. No, they haven't. We spoke to the leasing office of the apartment complex. They've never requested key fob. They said they reviewed it and they haven't picked up the CCTV footage. And they also make incorrect claim that there is only one entrance, and we've seen the CCTV footage. There are 3 entrances to the building. All these point that SFPD has not done the proper investigation. And the most contradicting fact is the amount of drugs that has been given to him. There's so many drugs. With that amount of drugs, he can't even move his hand or anything. How can he even shoot himself? That's where actually the inconsistency is, and that's what makes it move towards homicide. I'll let my husband explain.
Yeah, the toxicology report says there are different drugs were used step by step. It looks like somebody was there to extract some information from him by introducing different sedatives, and they call date rape drug. So it's a kind of chemicals which can be introduced through, we found some Gatorade bottle there. So they could have mixed that to introduce the sedatives, we feel. And we couldn't find any hard liquor was drunk there. And we have to analyze. We are still investigating the different, glasses found there, and we have to find that fingerprint and other chemical analysis we are doing. We will find out some detail from that.
Now, I have some more details here with me. I'm reading out some of the details, and I want you to come in, Purnima ji, because one, the toxicology report, the details of that. You're also talking about the distance between the gun and the body, which was nearly 30 centimeters. You're saying that that shows, or rather supports, the homicide angle. Is that correct? You're also saying that the SFPD stated that they reviewed the CCTV and key fib, but you're saying that the truth is they never even asked for it from the apartment. They requested CCTV footage but never picked up. So if they never picked up any of this evidence, never examined this evidence, how was an autopsy report finalized in the first place? How did they prepare this report if they did not collect the evidence?
Yeah, that looks like it, like that's how inefficient or incompetent this SFPD is. They just want to quickly disclose it. And also the fact is, when they saw the toxicology report, they needed to take his state into account. And they also need to look at the amount of the blood and the urine. That means there is alcohol has been given to him. First of all, my son is a social drinker. He was never drinking alcohol like that. Second of all, there is no purchase receipt of alcohol. There's no empty bottles found. Police themselves said they could not find any drugs in the apartment. They searched thoroughly. And where did this come into his system? Right? And as you pointed out, yes, the wound looks like the gun was held at 25 to 30 centimeter away from him. Though they claim they found the GSR on his hand, Like that distance is really unrealistic for anyone. We are getting some kind of conclusive reports very soon, and we'll share that with you.
Yes. Stay with me because I also have Professor Dinesh Rao joining us. Professor Dinesh Rao is a forensic expert and he's been working closely with your family as well. So I requested him if he could join us on this show. And what do you make of this, Professor Dinesh Rao, when you look at the details of the autopsy report? Does it back what the family has been saying all along, that this was a clear case of murder, that Suchir Balaji was murdered? Is that your conclusion, your reading of the report? Can you unmute yourself, Professor Rao? You're muted. Can you unmute yourself, please, on Zoom? Yeah.
Yeah, the family did raise the doubts after the crime scene photographs were released. And after close observation, and their doubts were indeed valid, and it is scientifically valid. And based on those photographs, we had already stated that the crime scene was inadequate and unscientific and incomplete. And now, since the report is out, based on the report, it further endorses the concerns of the family. And the scientific facts which has been documented by the medical examiner's office itself contradicts their suicide theory. For example, like Purnima had rightly pointed out, see, the presence of alcohol mixed with drugs, we call it as drug synergism, which increases the toxicity. That means to say, when the individual is not able to stand on his feet or able to control himself, how he is able to handle the gun? That is number one. And second thing is, based on their own report, which endorses that the entry wound doesn't have either the gunpowder stippling or so-called tattooing or even the burning or blackening. That means to say that the guns has been fired beyond the range of so-called gunpowder. It means 30 to 40 centimeter away from the entrance wound, which is unlikely to be we see in a cases of suicide. These are the two main important things. And above all, have you ever heard that autopsy of this nature has been done partially? We usually expected in a place like US, where at least they do a complete post-mortem exam. We already pointed out it's an incomplete crime scene examination.
Yes.
Even incomplete or inadequate so-called post-mortem examination. And with all this incompleteness and inadequate or unscientific post-mortem examination, unscientific crime scene examination, it is highly ridiculous that they come into a conclusion that it is a case of suicide.
No, you know, Purnima ji, I'll play out the pictures full frame of the scene of crime where he was found dead, right? I'm not saying it's murder or it's a case of suicide. Of course, you're the best judge of that. There is a report, though we don't trust that report. But looking at all of these videos, it's clear that there was some element of foul play. Even when we saw the video, it appeared like the crime scene was tampered with. He was a whistleblower against OpenAI, and we know the kind of powerful people perhaps at play, the powerful lobbies at work. You have a Trump government in place now. Is the Trump government or anybody in the Trump administration hearing you out? Are you speaking to anybody? What is their take on this? Are you getting any help? Because it appears even the Trump government is closely working with the companies that we are discussing here. Purnima ji.
We haven't reached out to Trump government yet because the still election of FBI director is yet to be confirmed. Once it's confirmed, we'll reach out to them. This report is very helpful. This autopsy report they have given is very helpful to reach out to FBI. We really need thorough investigation into his death. Like, first of all, since SFPD failed, it's easy for us to take it to FBI.
Okay. My last question to you, what next? What next for you and for your family?
Next would be to prove it's a homicide. We have strategic steps to be taken. We're working on it. In next few weeks, we'll come out with a homicide.
Has anybody reached out to your family for a settlement?
No.
Okay. Okay. Purnima, Mr. Balaji and Professor Dinesh Rao, thank you for joining us on the broadcast. A breaking story here on Republic TV as we access the full report. For the first time, the family of Suchir Balaji, the father, mother and the forensic expert involved in this case, joining us live on Indian television. Leaving it at this for now on This Is Exclusive. 3 big debates with Arnab coming up tonight, starting 8 p.m.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university in the recently released Education World Rankings, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked standards in education.
The Limitless India Youth Hackathon. Call for entries. Category 2. Reclaiming history, culture and tradition.
Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi. It is indeed a big moment of fortune and pride that we are all a part of this Bharata Desham. Reclaiming our Indian history, culture and tradition is one of the very many areas that this hackathon is being organized. Those youth under 30 are welcome to participate. Submit your entries by the 28th of February. Those of your innovative, research-driven, out-of-the-box ideas shall be reviewed by us, and those of you who are selected will get to present your ideas in Bharata Mandapam, New Delhi, in the august presence of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi.
The Limitless India Youth Hackathon. Call for entries. Category 9. AI and machine learning.
AI is the battlefield of the future, and India must just not compete but dominate this. I'm excited to see Republic Media Network bring together young minds to bring out their newest ideas in this exciting field of AI. I want to see how your ideas can change India's future by using this limitless technology which can drive innovation, power economies, and truly change the face of the world.
I'm Kajal Radhikar, co-founder at Spandred, and I'm excited to be the part of the Limitless India Youth Hackathon by Republic Media Network. As a part of science, technology and space category, I can't wait to see the innovative ideas coming from this event. I'm especially excited about the space because in the next decade, India will lead the way in space exploration and thriving a new space economy. What are you waiting for? Send your pitches now.
Delighted that the Republic Plenary Summit is being held on March 6th. I've been a participant in the summit in earlier years. It's a remarkable event. I wish it all the best and all success.
This is an important time in Indian history. We are at the cusp of when we can become firstly the world's third largest economy, but then over the next quarter of a century becoming a developed, Viksit Bharat. At this summit, I am hoping to see a large number of young thought leaders, thinkers, and to see how they will be giving their efforts, ideas, etc. so that the current generation who is in policy making or running industry, we know what is the amazing pipeline of talent that is heading up towards us, and it is our job in some ways to create the stairways and structures for them to be able to reach Viksit Bharat at the end of the next quarter century. So hope to see you there, and I'm sure you'll find it very interesting to meet these young people.
I'm delighted that the Republic TV
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university in the recently released Education World Rankings. A testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked standards in education.
I'm delighted that the Republic Plenary Summit is being held on March 6th. I've been a participant in the summit in earlier years. It's a remarkable event. I wish it all the best and all success.
The Limitless India Youth Hackathon. Call for entries. Category 9. AI and machine learning.
AI is the battlefield of the future, and India must just not compete but dominate this. I'm excited to see Republic Media Network bring together young minds to bring out their newest ideas in this exciting field of AI. I want to see how your ideas can change India's future by using this limitless technology which can drive innovation, power economies, and truly change the face of the world.
The Limitless India Youth Hackathon. Call for entries. Category 2. Reclaiming history, culture and tradition.
Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi. It is indeed a big moment of fortune and pride that we are all a part of this Bharata Desham. Reclaiming our Indian history, culture and tradition is one of the very many areas that this hackathon is being organized. Those youth under 30 are welcome to participate. Submit your entries by the 28th of February. Those of your innovative, research-driven, out-of-the-box ideas shall be reviewed by us, and those of you who are selected will get to present your ideas in Bharata Mandapam, New Delhi, in the august presence of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi.
I'm Kajal Radhikar, co-founder at Spandrick, and I'm excited to be the part of the Limitless India Youth Hackathon by Republic Media Network. As a part of science, technology and space category, I can't wait to see the innovative ideas coming from this event. I'm especially excited about the space because in the next decade, India will lead the way in space exploration and thriving a new space economy. What are you waiting for? Send your pitches now.
This is an important time in Indian history. We are at the cusp of when we can become firstly the world's third largest economy, but then over the next quarter of a century becoming a developed, Viksit Bharat. At this summit, I am hoping to see a large number of young thought leaders, thinkers, and to see how they will be giving their efforts, ideas, etc., so that the current generation who is in policy making or running industry, we know what is the amazing pipeline of talent that is heading up towards us, and it is our job in some ways to create the stairways and structures for them to be able to reach Viksit Bharat at the end of the next quarter century. So hope to see you there, and I'm sure you'll find it very interesting to meet these young people.
I'm delighted that the Republic TV is doing a program which is titled appropriately Limitless India, which includes Inclusive India. India has been limitless in thought because it never circumscribed its thoughts that this is the only way to go. We are limitless in our thought, in our reach, in our inclusiveness. and I am happy that such a great initiative is being undertaken. All my best wishes and blessings to the Republic TV and Arnav.
The Limitless India Youth Hackathon. Call for entries. Category 4. Equity and Empowerment.
I'm delighted to hear of this new project which Republic TV is bringing to India. India is full of talent. Indian youth is perhaps the most promising asset of the world, not just of India. They need their moment in the sun. They need to be recognized. They need to be identified, and yes, they need to be praised. And I'm sure that this event organized by Republic will do all three for the younger generation.